Hi, tubes. We're in my car right now because today I need to drive to a nearby city. Um, I'm gonna try and not dox myself, but I don't actually live in the city, so if people figure out which one it is, it's not that big of a deal. Hope my air conditioning isn't too loud. I can turn it down a little bit. Today I need to go talk to a title company about a check, and I have that with me, right? Yes. I need to give them a check to let them know I'm a serious businessman about buying a house. And I'm pretty excited. I am a chud, and I'm very dependent on my wife and her income, but I can supply some of my own income, especially if I get back to work. I'm feeling pretty decent today. Had a really hard time getting out of bed though. Actually, I was talking to my mother before I left because she's like, "Where are you going?" Like, she's got to interrogate me before I go anywhere, which is something I'm gonna really enjoy. Is being able to just leave the house without having like a list of 21 questions ready to present. 'Cause I'm 22 and I feel a little. It does feel a little pedantic having to explain to my mother whenever I'm going places. Also, it's not that bright out. It's pretty like overcast, but it's still bright for me. So I'm wearing the sunglasses. So I'm sorry if I look like a Dorcas. But that's the way it is. Sorry, I'm a little energetic. Like I said, I just got the energy to like get out of bed and like I need to go. I need to use the momentum. Yeah, I guess I'll start recording again whenever I get into town. It'll be like 20 minutes from now. So, greetings once again, people in the internet. I've made it to the city. There's buildings, and I parked in front of this big building, because I needed free parking. To show anything too descriptive because I'm still being weird about like doxing the nearest city I go to, but like it's an entire city. I mean, it's a small city, because I live in tiny town Midwest, but I don't know, like what if someone came here and found me and then they stalked me and then they found my home and then they broke inside and they get killed and murder me. Like that'd be crazy. Better not do that. Looks like I can park here for a couple hours without needing to pay. I got my check. I'm at the title company. I need to go give them the check, and then they said I will be, I don't know what they said actually after that, but I'll be able to move forward with all of my scary house stuff. I'm kind of nervous. I mean, I've got social anxiety, especially when I'm like talking to strangers and I'm not like certain what's going on, because I'm nervous about making myself seem like a moron. Like I am a moron, and I'm fine if people know that, but like I'm scared of like annoying people or like bothering them, because I don't like inconveniencing others. But I'm about to go inconvenience them and ask them if they can do land stuff. The top of this building I can see has a little balcony, and it's so. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little shed on top of the building. It's got a little fence around it. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I'm gonna run inside and do that. I do think that maybe while I'm in town, I should go by the local Walmart and see if they have time to change my oil. Because I desperately need an oil change, because I was supposed to get one in November of last year, and I am now over the amount of miles they said would be good, and I drive a high mileage car, so I'm not very smart. And honestly, I've been pretty overwhelmed lately. Just so much paperwork, my head's still pretty fuzzy. Whatever's going on with my heart is like stressing me out. And then like everyone else around me, the way some of them are acting about my health is stressing me out more than I'm stressing out about my own health, which I find to be a little ridiculous. Like, it's me. Let me be more concerned for me. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm gonna go inside and talk to the scary business people. I'll be back. Hey, tubes. I took my sunglasses off because it was less bright in there, and then I thought I'd try dealing with outside a little bit, but I'm probably gonna put them back on to drive. But it went really quick. They filed some stuff. They gave me a receipt. So they have got confirmation they've received it in their system. I had a little bowl of mint chocolates and I ate one, but mint kind of hurts my stomach, so it's kind of upset now. But they also had drinks, and she was like, "Yeah, you can take sodas or whatever." And they had this little mini fridge, and I had a pretty good soda selection. But I saw they had Yoo-Hoos, so I took one because I haven't had a canned one in like fucking like 10 years. I couldn't find an expiration date on it, but I think it's still good because I'm drinking it and it tastes good and it's not making me sick. Gotta get my car started up here in a second though, because I gotta drive over to Walmart, see if they got time for an oil change. So I'll see you guys in the Walmart parking lot. I had to wait a couple minutes, but they took my car. Doing this part in the book section because there's no one here because the average American is illiterate now. It's actually, there's a lot of like comics, like anime shit here. I got a Yoo-hoo. I think I already talked about that. Five Nights at Freddy's shelf. Five Nights at Freddy's shelf. Huh. And I guess Suzanne Collins made more Hunger Games sequels. Huh. Ooh. Look at that. Those are the pages. This is kind of great. My tears will not be used for him. Alrighty. I successfully got my oil changed. Rah! And I only got recognized a couple times at the Walmart. I work customer service, right? In case you do not remember, which is it's totally fine if you do not. So I talk to a lot of people, and I think I recognized only 2 or 3 people, and only one of them recognized me. So that's pretty good. Because I don't really like getting recognized a whole lot outside my job. Sorry, I didn't notice they've around that shipping container. Ah, shit. I lifted my sunglasses to see my phone screen, and it's fucking bright as shit outside. So put them back on, because inside the Walmart, it was a little less bright and blinding than out here. I think all the lights distributed by the clouds. It's so pretty out today, though, and it's really nice. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty tired, though. My exhaustion thing started, like, kicking in while I was walking around. My head started feeling really fuzzy. And I was like, okay, I need to go sit down. I sat down in a little waiting room, and then it was really awkward because there was a young lady in there who was also getting her oil changed, and I don't know. I'm trying to be like more social in like my real life, like outside of my job. So like I had tried doing little tidbits of conversation, and like I don't know, I felt a little awkward, so I felt bad. So I was like, and I tried to get out of her hair and like not bother her much more than that, because I realize also like there's societal pressures about the way that like you approach someone and talk to them. Like, I'm just trying to make friends, but from her perspective, if I'm trying to empathize with the young lady, there's a man in the same room as her who's trying to start unsolicited conversations, and so I feel bad because that's uncomfortable. But it's more acceptable if I, for example, was a woman myself, or if I was talking to a man instead of a woman. But there's this weird sort of like social barrier that's artificially constructed by the way that I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's the way that our society like objectifies women. I don't know. I'm not like a big like neo-feminist whatever, like but there is still like systematic oppression of like at each tier of society. You can think about it like the Indian caste system, where like each race of like each color of skin has like a different level of discrimination, whereas in our main society, each attribute you have leads to a different level of discrimination. So for example, I am a white male, so that puts me at the head of the hierarchy, and then below me would be either black males or white females, and then the adjacent one, and then at the bottom would be black women, because that's just the way that society prioritizes people. And just to clarify, it's very wrong and it's very unfair. I think all people have the capacity to be just the same as one another. I mean, obviously, with contrast and like melanin amount or whatever, but at the end of the day, we're all just people. I don't know. And I'm trying to make friends with people. I'm trying to meet new people. I saw so I'm not trying to brag about charity, because that's a bad thing. But there was a homeless man on the corner of the Walmart parking lot, and I scrounged some change together, and I'm gonna go give it to him and see if maybe I can just talk to him a little bit. Because there's this big thing that a lot of people don't get about like the development of like mental stuff, and it happens a lot with the homeless and kids especially, where by not being acknowledged and not like actually talking to these people, it does something to them. It does something to the way that society sees them, the way that society treats them. It's the reason why you see so many homeless people like so whacked out. Like they just do not care because they realize no one cares about them. You know, we normalize going around and just looking the other way. And in reality, what you're supposed to do if you see a homeless person or if you interact with one, you should acknowledge them. Sorry, I don't have change on me right now, or something like that. But instead, because we try to limit the amount of empathy we feel, if we dehumanize them by not even acknowledging them, it allows us to move on without any issues. Sorry, someone's fucking honking horns. Maybe I should move my car. I'm just parked back by the oil change place at the back of the Walmart, but I don't know. It's frustrating to see just the level of like classism, racism, and just everything that's still prevalent today. Also, that little fenced-in area I showed off, I'm not sure how to pull out properly because that obstructs like my entire view of oncoming traffic. But you know, I'm buckling up and I'm just gonna roll with it. And yeah, gonna make my way to the other side of the parking lot. See if Mr. Guy is still there. I will probably pick the camera back up when I get home. Hey tubes, I made it back home. I got these lovely little poodles. So handsome. Such a handsome guy. Such a pretty lady. Good puppies. Ugh. It's dim and it's nice, but I'm gonna step back outside and I'm gonna record a video for either today or tomorrow. Because I still gotta edit this one together. Good doggies. I love these guys. Sticking his face in my hand. Yes. He'd be a very good therapy dog because you want to be a pet very bad. He will wiggle his way into your arms. So will she. Mwah. Mwah. I don't normally make contact when I kiss him. Or when I do, I touch my chin to him. Mwah. Because I know better than to stick my lips on these dirty dogs. Oh, you're not that dirty. You're a sweet poodle. Oh, baby. Oh, look at him. Oh, yes, so sweet. I love you too. Callie's getting jealous. I gave Mr. Guy with the sign a couple bucks. His English was very bad. And I think he was Hispanic, but I'm not super certain of that. He needed money for gas to be able to take his car home. Or I guess he was living out of his car and he was trying to make his way back home. Like I said, it was a little difficult to understand him, but I gave him a couple bucks and some change I had. I don't know. I don't really know if it counts as like charity or goodwill or kindness though, because I don't know. I did it because like I felt better doing it. Because yeah, I was talking earlier about like the guilt I have about the cruelty of classism, and she's not chomping my hand. Yeah, she wants to wrestle. Row, 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 row. Row, 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 row. She likes to try and get my thumb, and she tries to break my thumb's neck. It's kind of funny. It's like it's not a mouse or a rat, you silly dog. But yeah, I hope he makes his way back home. I gave him a... Whoa. Sorry, Ruger never acknowledges screens, and then he saw himself and it weirded him out. It was kind of interesting. Hey, you never look at screens. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she understands screens, especially when there's animals on it. She'll stare. Oh, my babies, my beautiful babies. Look at my beautiful blonde boy. Callie. Little goblin rat. Guess you can't see both of them in one shot. But I can try. Ah! Little mongrel, little monster. Oh, so mighty, so ferocious. Oh, Ruger. See her doing the head shake? That's her trying to break an animal's neck. Except she's only got my thumb, so she's trying to break my thumb's neck. I guess just break my thumb. Oh, Mr. Ruger saw I was looking at the screen too much. Put himself in the way. Yes, very handsome, very pretty. Do you see? I pulled her on camera and she stopped biting me. She doesn't want people to know. She doesn't want people to know she's evil. yeah, I don't know. That was enough for like half a gallon of gas, so I hope he can get a little further, or at least, a better place than the old Midwest. Because being homeless in the Midwest is fucked up. The winters are kind. I don't. The reason you don't see a whole lot of homeless people in places like Chicago and like the more rural Midwest is because normally the winters literally kill them off, and so a lot of them will migrate to warmer climates, which is why sunnier places tend to have more homeless. The biggest exception would probably be New York because it's just such a big metropolis that like, oh my god, Hallie, stop trying to break my thumb's neck. Settle. Yes, Mr. Gracie. I guess at that point the weather doesn't really matter because there's just so many people. And then Chicago's got a fair bit too. Wait, did I say Chicago both times? I meant to say New York the first time. Hope I said New York the first time. Chicago's got a fair bit of homelessness, but like it's the winter thing. Winter drives them away. Good doggies. Now they're behaving. Yeah. I think I'm gonna cut this one here. I'll do a short video outside, and then I need to shower because I'm very stinky. I've been wearing these clothes for too long. It's been like a couple days. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna try a sticky rat later. I hope everyone has a great day, or at least a better day than I'm having. See her biting my sleeves. At least a better day than I'm having. You should know that somebody out there loves you, and if not, at least I love you, or like I appreciate you. I mean, maybe I don't love you specifically individually, but I love and appreciate the Kelly, Roger, not you too. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.